It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the New York Yankees. First pitch coming your way next. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi, and we're just about set to get this wild card series underway, Singy. Game one has outsized importance in a three-game set.
Yeah, Boog, it's a huge game. There's no doubt about it. Guys are always talking about setting the tone in game one of a series. Well, in a three-game series, that might be the only tone that gets set. So this is no ordinary series opener.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Max Fried. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. One away. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And that one hops the wall. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Nathaniel Lowe will hit next. Swing and a miss.
Oh, if they can push one across here in the first inning, would really settle the crowd down and help take that element out of the game early.
Fried checks the runner. Bregman dives back in safely. Liner, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep.
Got him! Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
So stepping in for Boston, Rob Refsnyder. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Big RBI for him right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And the batter now, Wilyer Abreu. Ground ball, Goldie. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. You're watching the American League Wild Card Series on the show. Back for more from the Bronx. And our pitcher in this game, Garrett Crochet.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Comebacker to the mound. Fires over to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 1-2. In the air, left field, Durant in position, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. Game 1 of this wild card series. And now the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. On the ground to the left. Slings it across and quickly one away in the second. Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Henderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship. That one 95 to finish him off.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. Sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
2 outs, base is empty. Liner to second and picked on the hop to first, and that's a great play for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Back at Yankee Stadium, stepping in, Cody Bellinger. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. 1 away. Here's Stanton now. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
1 out, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Man at first with 1 gone. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And now the lefty. Swing and a ground ball. Off balance feet. There's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. 2 outs. And that's in for a strike. Next offering is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Throw into third, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, he tried to be aggressive, see if he could get that much closer to home plate, but an absolutely perfect throw from the outfield. Exciting play to end the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 3rd inning, and stepping in is the speedy Jarren Duran. Swing and a ball hammered left field, way back there. And out of here. So he goes the opposite way with that one, and they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Now it's Alex Bregman. He swings and fouls one off.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And he gets Bregman. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Two down, bases empty. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Ground ball up the middle, into the outfield, base hit, and that extends the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
2 outs, runner at first. Now it's going to be Rob Refsnyder. 1 run across in the frame so far here in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next pitch is outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
No pitch signaled now, and a balk is being called. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Yankees nothing. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and now it's Ahmed Rosario. In the air, left side. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that one is popped in the air, shallow center, and that'll get down for a hit. And that turns the lineup over. Now here's Trent Grisham. And that one is lifted in the air. 2 down. And here's the catcher, Ben Rice. The 1-1 is fouled off. Volpe leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a high fly ball right field. And that'll do it. 1 left for the Yankees, and they're down 2-0. New inning getting started, and stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Curve in the dirt. Saying 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in 1 game. And, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, it happens.
In the dirt, and it's 2-1.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
Grisham is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. Red Sox leading it by 2. Late with the swing there. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
Slice to right and foul ball. And that misses. 2-2. Stays alive. Now it's 3-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On the ground, out to short. Volpe throws it to first in time. That ends the frame. Nothing doing for Boston. They're up 2-0. Back in the Bronx, bottom 4, here is Aaron Judge.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts. Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and now 1 away. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Out towards right center field. Grabs it on the run. 2 away now. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Two outs. And strike 2.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 1 hit, 1 left. We played 4. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Yankees nothing. game one of this wild card series. And now the catcher comes up to hit, Carlos Narvaez. And the sweeper is off the plate.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Bunting for a hit. He pops it up. Full extension, makes the catch.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
2 outs, base is empty. At the plate, Alex Bregman to third, and that's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on here in game 1 of the wild card series. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Down in order go the Red Sox as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Bottom of the inning, here is Goldschmidt. And that's outside, and that's ball 2.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
That's in there, and the count 1-2. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Durant makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Ripped to short. Throws to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Yankees nothing. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Nathaniel Lowe. Hard hit left side. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Story now. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, but great pitchers like this, you may get 1 opportunity in 1 inning.
And it's a 1-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
One out, runner at second. Next is the designated hitter, Rob Refsnyder. On the ground, Volpe. Slinging it to first in time. And next for the Red Sox, Wilyer Abreu. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Yankees nothing. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham. And one fouled off, 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That one ripped. Rafaela ranging back, and it's gone. He sends it out of here, and they've got their first run. It's 2-1.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
Here's the catcher to hit, Ben Rice. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Just misses with that one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Fastball is outside.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Garrett Crochet out of the game. Not his best performance, but he leaves with the lead. And we'll get a new arm into the game after this. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Justin Wilson.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
2 strikes.
And a 1-2. And Belly goes down on strikes.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Swings and misses. 2-2.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot. Way to lay off that pitch down.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2. On a line. Squeezes it. And there are 2 outs. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Tying run and scoring position here in the bottom of the 6th.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Out towards left center. Rafaela turns to the right on the move. Makes the grab. And that is the third out of the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back now in the Bronx. And now the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. That one in for a strike, 2-2.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Out to short. Gets it to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh. And the batter now, Romy Gonzalez. Bases empty, one away here in the late stages of game one. What a stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game one of the wild card series. Hit hard on the ground to short. Over to Goldie. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Offense held in check there. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Yankees 1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Whitlock.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
That one misses. 2-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Steven Matz, the left-hander, up and throwing. Slayton also throwing. This one chopped up the middle. On the run, throw to first, and they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man.
Well, impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Here's the third baseman, Ahmed Rosario. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He's got it, and there's 2 away. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Over to Lowe. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Yankees 1. Back at Yankee Stadium, ready to begin the 8th. Now batting Jarren Duran. Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. New pitcher for the Yankees, David Bednar. And that's in the dirt.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner around second. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Back-to-back base hits. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. And that clips the inside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one hammered back there. And that one is gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add to their lead. It's 5-1.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here's Trevor Story. And a foul ball.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. And we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And now Rob Refsnyder. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. A new arm into the game, the righty Camilo Doval. Fought off foul. Still only 1 out here in the inning. In the air, right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man at first, 1 away. Next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Man at second. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that is that. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. It's now 5-1. Back here in New York, now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. That one fouled off. The Yankees looking to rally. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now the number 2 hitter, Ben Rice. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Red Sox leading by 4 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Just trying to protect, keep the at-bat alive.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. On the ground right side. Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
Aaron Judge at the plate. Judge waits. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Outside. It's 2-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Short hop liner, handled it short. Throw to first. Pretty nice play there. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. They're down 5-1. And we're back. All set to start the 9th in this one. So stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez. Next one misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one the other way. And it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. He really let that ball travel on the outside part of the plate, but that's a great example that you can still drive the baseball that's away. Rip that one down the line for the double.
Now, Carlos Narvaez. And he grounds one to the right side. Chisholm whips it to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th. And now it's Alex Bregman. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here in the late stages of game 1. There's 1. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Yankees 1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Zach Kelly.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Rafaela on the move. Hauls it in for the out. He's 2 outs away. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in now. Fouls one off. 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. And they're chipping away. It's 5-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Zach Kelly gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. And here's the closer to try and finish off game 1. Aroldis Chapman.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Rips one to right. Abreu hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So last chance for the Yankees. Now the third baseman, Ahmed Rosario. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe. The 2-1. Rosario on the move. Swing and he breaks his bat. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. So the Boston Red Sox take game 1 of this wild card series. A huge win for them in hostile territory.
Yeah, Blue, they've still got their work cut out for them in this series, having to play on the road. But like you said, it's a huge win to jump ahead 1-0 in a short 3-game series. Just have to win one of the next 2 games to move on to the next round.
And on the home side of this one, obviously a disappointing result both for the team and the fans. But with home field advantage throughout, this series still has a lot up in the air. Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these 2 teams.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.